Hey guys, welcome back. I am heading home. Um, I have done some fishing lately. There's a river's right on my right hand side. That's what made me think of it and talk about it right now. Um, haven't been doing real good because, well, one, the front's coming through. We're getting a lot of fronts with thunderstorms, and the fish are just going berserk. It's not that it's bad fishing; it's just harder fishing. The fish are pickier. They change their eating habits. They change where they're at. I used to be really serious into fishing, not like a weekend warrior. We're talking, I was fishing 35 hours a week, almost a full-time job, and tried going tournament pro series, and did that for about 2 years. It's very costly when you're not that good, and that was me. People ask, why'd you quit? That's a perfect job. No, it's because I sucked at it. I didn't make enough money. It cost me a fortune. To get up in the upper levels, like I was on the Walmart series, FLW, you were spending $40,000 a year in entrance fees, gas, maintenance, hotels, food, lodging, and even some of that was spent sleeping over friends' houses and everything. Anyway, that's fishing. So yeah, it just makes it tougher. So I just haven't, I've been out there mainly relaxing. So I have not done any videos on that. But the other morning, I gave you my little psychology seminar on why I love running and bicycle riding. I might be weird, but I just enjoy that discomfort when you're running. The first mile is miserable for me. My legs hurt, my calves hurt, my ankles hurt, and everything's got to stretch out, and I try to use different muscles to slowly work them in. Maybe if I warmed up first, I might be a little bit better. Like I've said, I've only been running for about a year, and seriously trying to run probably the past couple months. Serious contender. Even I've been in the top 5 and won a couple, like I mentioned in that video, and coming, first, second, and third in a lot of the races. But now I'm trying to be, a main contender for some of these. While I'm still young, being I'll only be 55 when I hit this summer, this July. And then by the time I'm 60, I want to do a 100-mile trail race. I'm probably going to do the Leadville 100 out in Colorado, where I used to live. That or there's another 100-miler here on the East Coast, so I may do that. All depends what the family wants to do, because I want them along with me, of course. But by the time I'm 60, I want to do that. That's my goal. Anyhow, talking about that, it might be weird because I enjoy that. I like that discomfort, being put outside of the box and put into that discomfort zone, to where when I get into situations with life and just everyday activity, it's like such a cruise. I mean, it's nothing. You just cruise right along. 10 times more energy. It just seems to release a lot of anxiety and frustration, to where you just cruise through life, cruise through the everyday, and don't let things get to you, because you realize it's really nothing compared to the discomfort you deal with hours on end. But that's it. I know you don't watch these videos for psychology classes and my mental disability. I call it a disability as in function-wise, just like everybody else. I am. That's why I tell you these videos are nothing. I'm not trying to do clickbaits. I'm not trying to gain a huge audience. I'm just putting these videos out there because people like the Ryker, and I love it. And I just talk about everyday life, just like a normal person, because I am. Nothing fancy, and you're not going to see anything spectacular. At least, hopefully not, like a big wreck or something. If I do, you guys let me know how it turns out. Hopefully somebody can edit and upload the footage if I'm not around, so you guys can continue watching until the very end with me. It's an ugly thing to say, but hey, that's life. Like I said, it's everyday life. Yeah, I got to do that. I gotta put my son in charge. He's like 16, and he knows how to edit. So I got to tell him that's one of my wishes. If I get in a wreck and I'm not around anymore, that he has to edit the footage all the ways up to the end where the camera's laying on the ground. So you got my word on that. I know he ain't going like that too much, but oh well. That's part of life. And I keep cluing him in on that, being that he's 16 and I'm 55. I'll be 55. That, I ain't going to be around much longer. And, he's saying, yeah, it should be another 15, 20 years. I said, yeah, but look, I've already lived 55 of them. So 20 is nothing. That is a scratch compared to what I've lived already. So that's why I say not much longer. 10 years, if you think about it, guys, it's, 10 years is nothing. The past 15 years or so, the internet and Facebook and all these social medias have blown up. That's like in the past 10 years. So imagine what the next 10 years is going to be like. And think about, 10 years of where you were at or what you were doing and your kids and how quick that went. So, if you're older and you're only going to be around, you're thinking another 10, 15 years, maybe 20. Just think of how quick that's going to be a snap of the fingers. You're done. All right, man, it's quiet on these roads. There's not much traffic at all. This is nice. But yeah, the Ryker's been doing great. I still have not done a complete review on this. I did a review or my idea that what Ryker could do, or Can-Am, with the panels to give you more color options, like the 2 air intakes. The front hood can be all painted, but not all of it. Like I have the scoops all black. Make it a little more fun. The glove box up on the top, that pops right off. That can give you a different color one of those. And I did have somebody message me saying, F no. He said, they charge us an arm and a leg now for any parts and all. And that's just for people that don't want to do it themselves. There's a ton of people out there that know how to work a spray can, know how to sand, take parts off, and can sand it, and it'll come out just fine. It's not going to look like new long anyway, even if you did a spotless showroom paint job, because you're so low to the ground and the chips and the stones and bugs. And if you ride it all season like I do, like I've been riding this thing since January, unless there's a fair amount of snow or nastiness on the road, I don't ride it, because it's just unsafe. I don't trust other drivers. They might slide into you, not see you, or you possibly could slide off the road even with the traction control and everything. So it's going to get tinged up and everything else, so I may be repainting this over the winter. I would like to do, instead of the red, a flat color. Like if you look at the new Porsches, they have like the blues and the grays and the tans, and they're like real flat, drabby looking almost. And I think that's a cool color. I think it's a neat style, instead of this metallic like the silver right there on that Jeep or whatever that is, Dodge. Instead of those shiny metallic colors, these are just, they have a clear coat, so they're shiny, but it's a flat, dull color like the grays and the tans. You see them a lot on a lot of the high-end sports cars. Audis are doing it now, Porsche, all those. And not like I live in a neighborhood that has those, but I see them on videos, and I see them on, I can't even say TV commercials because I don't have TV. I watch Netflix and YouTube. Yeah, I think I might do that over the winter. Just take it and put it inside and just take all the panels off, sand them all down again, and do it with that flat color. I think that'd be really cool. Still leave the shocks red, still leave the calipers, because I think that's a nice accent for the performance end of it, or make it look like, even though they're all stock, it's really nothing performance-wise. But it's a nice kickoff of the actual color. Just like Porsche has the red calipers, but they'll have the tan car. Same style. Just my opinion. And like I said, these are made to modify and personalize, and that's why I love it. It's awesome. Everybody should be able to let their personalities come out, no matter in your clothing, your style of your motorcycle, your car, whatever. Cars are more expensive, obviously, than this to personalize, or truck. They're very expensive to personalize, put wheels and lift it and everything else. Like when you were younger, if you were into that, you know how many thousands and thousands of dollars, and I might have $100 in paint at the most. I don't even think that much. Just to personalize it the way I'd like it and do the color scheme different than you would see on any other. That was a nice Porsche that just went by. Here we have a VIR, Virginia International Raceway down south here, and they must have had a race down there or something. And there are a lot of trailers with race cars coming up this way. But so that's it. I know you guys must get bored of listening to me talk. I just hate putting the music on here because I get dinged every time from YouTube saying it's copyrighted. And I'm like, I got it out of your library. How can it be copyrighted? And nobody will respond to you. Nobody will work with you on your contesting it, so you don't have that ding on there, even though it really doesn't hurt your channel. I just don't want to pee off anybody thinking I've taken copyrighted material, and I don't. It's from YouTube's free music. It's crazy. So I just try not to put the music on there, so you go and listen to me babble. Or I just cut the footage until I get down the road and just don't make the video so long. But anyway, the Ryker has been doing great. I put, what did I put in the other day? Shell. Excuse me, hold on. Coughing inside this helmet. I put Shell, I think it's Nitro 93 octane in this thing the other day. And let me tell you, what a difference. I don't know, psychologically, you know, it may just seem peppier and just, I mean, full of spark. But the noise the engine makes is totally different. That cannot be psychological. I can definitely hear the difference. The engine sounds smoother. It idles smoother compared to the Sheets gas. And when I stop again for gas coming up, I will show you the octane in the gas that I use. But yeah, it's 100% different. And you're talking 40 cents a gallon, somewhere around there, difference compared to other octanes. But you're at 93. I think it's called Nitro. And it supposedly cleans and everything else. And this thing just loves it. Absolutely loves it. So for an extra 50 cents or 60 cents a gallon when you're only putting in 4 gallons, to me it's a no-brainer. I would rather have the engine run at its top performance level than worry about the extra $2. Whatever it is, I'm not doing math, you know what I'm saying. That was my little coffee shop back there. I stop in the morning. They do real good. Every time you go in there, I get the same thing, and it tastes the same. They make it the same way every time, no matter what girl you get. That place is, the guy that owns it is a genius to hire nice college girls, and I mean, it's just the ideal thing to have a drive-up coffee shop. They do a great job, and they try to get you in and out as quick as possible, and it's not too expensive. I mean, it's like $2.50 for a cup of coffee. It's pretty large. There's the Shell place that I get the gas at. I actually get it for under $2 if I go in and, you know, make it myself, and their coffee's pretty good. They have a real nice coffee bar with all different flavored, you know, Colombian and extra strong and dark and all these other things. Their coffee's pretty good. I've been trying different ones on that too. But that's it. This is heading back to my road coming up here. The bugs, they've been pretty good because we've been getting a fair amount of rain, so I've been getting pelted with bugs, especially coming home. And I don't wear a jacket like right now. I don't have a jacket on, and you can feel them on your arms. And if somebody gets too close to the shoulder, it kicks up a lot of sand and dirt and stuff like that, and you'll feel it hitting your arms and stuff. So you definitely want to wear glasses or some sort of face shield to protect yourself. That thing was rattling. I had to touch that. Yeah, somebody asked me to make a video on rattles. I will do that for you. I'm getting to it. I'm just so busy right now. But I'll get to it. Thanks for joining me. Like always, I can't tell you how much I appreciate you watching the videos. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.